So where the hell have you all been? Huh, haven't seen any of you for 3 weeks today. You got a bloody nerve. Anyways, I'm checking in to let you know that I'm still warm, even though I'm freezing. I'm still warm, and I have missed you all. I have missed being on YouTube. Oh my God, it's terrible. And I haven't, would you believe that this is the first time? This is the first day, well, I tried, really, that I've been able to put makeup on. That is like the way I normally put my makeup on. It has been a nightmare. But enough of that. Oh, and just one more thing. They don't know what's wrong with me yet. So next week I start a big barrage of tests. And if it's not whatever they're treating me for now, because it doesn't seem to be getting, I feel better than I did. But if it's not that, I might have to have one of my kidneys taken out. And I've only got 2 little dangly dead kidneys, but, well, I guess they have a little bit of life in them. So I'm not looking forward to that, if that's what it is. But whatever. Que sera, sera. So, I have no idea what the hell I'm going to talk about. What am I going to talk about? I was just talking to Tinkerbell, and I was talking to Holly. Holly said she's going to call me at the beginning of my video to interrupt me. And I was talking to Tinkerbell, and I said, I don't know what to do a video on. Like, I don't have the oomph. I've got all kinds of things I want to do. Oh my God, do I have things I want to do reviews on. I mean, really, really reviews. And it's one miracle product, except I'm not sure how to approach this miracle product because, well, you're going to understand when I talk about it, but it's just this sample I got, which took care of something that I've had wrong with me for 40 years. I just rubbed it on something, and after 3 days, but I'm not going to talk about that today. No, I'll keep you hanging on. And I'm not exactly quite sure how to approach it. So, in my delicate ladylike manner, no, it's got nothing to do with the woo-woo or anything like that. It's just whatever. So here we are, Sunday at 11:26. My camera's on. Nat and I now both have the same camera. I've been telling her for months and months and months and months and months and months and months to get the camera that I had looked up. Yeah, I'm going to do it. And finally Holly had ordered me one. No, remember mine had broken and turned purple? Well, mine turned purple. So Holly took it back to where she got it from for me. They couldn't fix it, so they sent her a new one. So she had this new one over there just sitting around doing nothing. In the interim, but she didn't get the new one right away. So in the interim, Holly being Holly, she goes out and gets me another one. So I have this one, and then there was the one at Holly's place. And so now Nat has one. But the funniest thing is that our computers are totally different computers. So my camera works really differently than Nat's. Natalie, the beauty diva. Anyway, what can I talk about? I never run out of words. What do you want me to talk about, people? Let me see now. I haven't bought anything. I haven't bought anything in the last few weeks because I just haven't. I'm so proud of myself. I was on a no-buy. Yo. Yesterday I celebrated with my 2 pussycats, and what I celebrated was my 24th anniversary of sobriety. Yay! And I didn't get one phone call. Years ago, I used to get a phone call every year that I was sober, and then gradually people, I don't know, they kick the bucket, or somebody throws a bucket over their head, or they go back to drinking, or whatever. And anyway, just when you've got 24 years, and then, because I don't go to AA anymore, haven't gone in a long time, I just can't. But my cats and I celebrated. And, Holly called me up and wished me a happy anniversary. Yes, Holly did. And my sister. Because my sister never forgets that. Okay, I'm going to tell you a little story. Gonna tell a little story about a man named Jeff. You guys that I got my microphone, right? Well, last Saturday, when I had a couple of hours of non-lunacy in my head, I actually got this thing plugged into my computer, plugged in some earphones, and I was singing away to music, and I was in my glory. But I still have to figure out how to get attached to SingSnap and everything else, and that's all going to come in the next week or so as I get stronger. So be looking forward to that, because I have no idea how that's going to work, but it is going to work. I don't think you're going to be able to see me singing. I'll have to put some kind of a cover, and then you'll hear my melodic voice singing to you over the airwaves. So getting back to my cats, I'm going to tell you a love story. I've had many cats in my life, and I've had a few dogs. The last dog I had, Kaylee, I think Kaylee passed in, 2003, 2004, I don't know. But I couldn't walk a dog anymore, and so I couldn't get another dog. And my late best friend, Vera, what an old-fashioned name, eh? She was another angel, like Holly. She was just adorable. And she started off being a client of mine, just like Holly, and we just became Mutt and Jeff. And I had one cat called Banshee, who was not a terracotta, not a trifecta, no. You know those three-colored cats? A calcutta. No, a calico. That's it, a calico. So I had this cat Banshee who was a calico, who probably weighed, I'd say at least 25 pounds. I always have one huge cat. And the huge cat that I always have is the one that doesn't eat. But I always have one huge cat. Anyways, Banshee was a mega cat. She was like you wouldn't believe. She was unbelievably big and long and gorgeous. And so after I lost, I guess it was after I lost Kaylee, I got Willie. Now Willie was this beautiful, the most beautiful cat I have ever had. And he was a ginger blonde cat with a big pink nose, a perfect looking cat. And as he grew, I think he was not a Mustang, Maine Coon. He was gorgeous and the most gentle cat. I have tons of pictures of him. I should have brought one now, but anyway. And my little Willie, he was my life. He was just, not just because he was so gorgeous, he was just so, I was at work, I went by the pet store, I looked in and there's this little tiny little red cat, and he's just looking up at me with these turquoise eyes, and I just scooped him up and I brought him home. And that was my little Willie. But what had happened was, the year before, no, I'm sorry, what am I doing here? Willie. Yeah. So I got Willie. And then I had Willie for 5 years. I don't know if my dates are all screwed up, it's because my head's not functioning properly yet. So I had Willie for 5 years. I come in from work on a Friday night, open the door, I see Willie starting to walk towards me, and I look, and he's looking like pretty normal, and all of a sudden he just fell sideways, and I just saw him go. So I went charging over to him, got down on the floor, and it was just hysteria city from there, because he was gone, just like, it was unbelievable. He was gone, and I couldn't believe it, and I'm screaming because I couldn't believe my Willie was gone. And anyways, at that time my sons used to come over a lot, so my sons came over. I called one of them, and they came rushing over to be with me and everything else, and one of them had to take Willie over to the vet, and I didn't want to let him go. But anyways, so that was Willie, and I never thought I would ever have a cat as much as I loved Willie and Banshee. But Willie, I don't know, there was just something so special about him. So, no, Vera did not buy me Willie. So Willie passed. About a week later, now the last thing you want when you've lost a precious, precious pet, not all the time, but in some cases, is another pet. Doesn't my darling little Vera go to a pet store? She finds the ugliest red cat you've ever seen in your life. Long and skinny, nothing cute about him. He'd been in the cage for 3 months. She figured that was long enough. He was vicious. She didn't know this. So, anyways, she brings who this cat, by the way, is Gus. She brings little Gus, the 3-month-old kitten, over to her boyfriend's. Her boyfriend says, "Oh mon Dieu," he says, "Susie's gonna go crazy. You bought her a wild cat." Anyways, needless to say, Vera was all excited, and so when I saw this cat, it was instant dislike. Because I didn't want another cat, and not dislike. I could never dislike any animal, but it was sort of like an intrusion, And I even said to Vera, I said, "No," I said, "Vera," I said, "you take him home." I said, I'm not ready for another cat." And then she told me about how he'd been in the cage for 3 months and nobody bought him. And I said, "Oh well, okay." In the next month, I used to belong to all these MSN groups. So in the next month, I had one of my eyebrows ripped, and I remember sitting in front of my computer, and he jumped up on me and springed off of me, and he cut something in my face, and I had blood dripping all over me. He was a violent cat, because he had been so lonely and so neglected. He was a violent little guy, and I hate having cats' claws taken off. But with Gus, I had to have his front claws taken off. Either that or give him away, because he was ripping me to rat shit. So, anyways, I just basically took Gus, sat him in my lap for as long as he'd stay there, which was not easy, and sang to him, and I just loved him. Sang to him, talked to him, just loved him. And within a year, he wasn't the same cat anymore. He would sleep beside me and everything else. So I'm coming home from work again one night, and by now all my other animals had died. And I go into the pet store, and I look down, and what do I see? A chocolate brown cat with turquoise eyes again. And I go, "Oh God, you don't want another cat." But it was just like it was meant to be. So I reached into the bin, and he was just going, meow, 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 meow. He wouldn't shut up. And to this day, he has not shut up, and he's 11 years old. Or is he 10? Anyway, so I brought him home, and I figured, oh my God, what have I done? Gus he's either gonna eat him up, or he might get along with him. But if I could do that with Gus, with me, I'm sure I can do it with him, with this little kitten, right? Right. As soon as I walked in the door with Bogey, that's Bogey. You've all seen Bogey. I should have called him Popeye, because he's got this startled look in his face all the time. Gus started sort of like, "Rrr." And then I said, "Gus, be nice," and I held him. And the next thing you know, Gus, who's a male, picks little Bogey up by the neck, jumps up onto my bed, and just lays there beside him. And I'm looking, and I'm saying, "Oh my God, is Gus a female?" And of course, little Bogey starts suckling on Gus's breast, but he doesn't have them. And this went on for about 2 or 3 months. And poor Gus had sores all over his little breasts and everything else. He never whimpered. Bogey escaped about 5 times, got outside, but he never wanted to be far away from home. And he would start crying, and Bogey would hear him. I was on a second floor apartment, so he couldn't go very far, but he could have gone down a tree, and he kept escaping through, I didn't know where, it was through the air conditioner. Anyways, to make a long story short, these 2 cats, Gus and Bogey, one of them is 11, the other one is 10. In the last 3 weeks, apart from Holly coming over, these guys have been my warmth. They love me unconditionally, like all of our animals do. But these two, there's just something special. And even people that come over and they look at my cats, they said, we've never seen two cats like that. They're like a pretzel. They're like a cookie. They're always wrapped up in each other's arms. Bogey grooms Gus. Gus grooms Bogey. Bogey, who's the chocolate brown cat, spits up orange hairballs. Gus, who's the orange cat, spits up chocolate brown hairballs with a bit of gray in it now. So these two cats, I have never in my life had two cats that are so close. The biggest thing that I worried about in the last 3 weeks was, oh my God, what if something happens, and what's going to happen to my cats, And I remember being hospitalized in 2007 with E. coli, and I was in there for quite a while. And all I did was lay in bed and cry over my two cats because I just had somebody going in to feed them, and I just had to get out of the hospital to get home to these guys. So this is just a little story, I guess. It was meant to be. I'm sorry if I'm babbling on, but I haven't been on here for so long. And I've been wanting to tell you all about Gus and Bogey. And I know everybody's cats are special, but these are two cats. Two cats, if you're Italian. Two cats with one soul. Like that thing about friendship. A friend is two people with one soul. My two cats are two little pretty cats with one soul. Because without the other one, I don't know. And they are the most loving, adorable, gentle, really, So that's my Gus and that's my Bogey. And these guys were here for me all the way in the past few weeks when I was laying in bed, rolling in fever. And, cats never judge. They have unconditional love. They're with you through thick and thin. And so anyways, I just wanted to tell you that story. I also want to thank all my subbies, and there was a lot, who sent me private messages, and I answered all of them, I hope. Teddy Bear Heart, I tried to answer yours, and the reply thing wouldn't hit. So I'll try that one again today. But I got a lot of, I didn't know so many people cared. And so it's Sunday. I'm going to enjoy it. Just the fact that I have makeup on, I feel better. Like I feel better. So makeup really is therapy. But I never thought I'd go that long without wearing makeup. I mean, it was awful. It was just awful. Horrible, I tell you. So that's it for me. So I hope you all have a wonderful Sunday. And I'm going to go and watch TV. I'm not doing much of anything these days because I can't. But I'm going to do what I can and just slowly by slowly get stronger and stronger and get back to my feisty self. So I love you all. Thank you so much for staying with me. Thank you for all your well wishes. I love each and every one of you. You all have a special place in my heart. And I wish you nothing but good health, good luck, good love, and good... No, I can't say that. Anyway, bye. Oh, geez, I hope this thing came out. God. My eyes look like two piss holes in the snow, don't they? Yeah, they really do.